try enough? Would you feel my missing piece? I can't understand why I misunderstand my own desire. If I carry on in what I know is wrong, the colors bleeding. You understand the heart of me, you know the deepest part of me. You got some kind of technicolor love. I carry on my flaws, you see, but you never run away from me. You got some kind of technicolor love. How will I know when a heart is golden? If all I seem to do is circle my mistakes. I never understood how I misunderstood I can be desired. I can't comprehend being alone again. The colors bleeding. You understand the heart of me, you know the deepest part of me. You got some kind of technicolor love. I carry on my flaws, you see, but you never run away from me. You got some kind of technicolor love.
Hello and good morning. Welcome to Sojourn Grace Live with Pastor Colby and Pastor Kate. That's us.
That's us. Hi. It's cloudy and rainy today, and I'm in the weirds mood.
It's true. This is the first time in a couple of months that I've worn pants to church. By that, I just mean things that cover my legs.
Everyone sitting at home is like, we never wear pants to church.
No fair.
Okay. What are we doing?
We are saying hi and welcome to Sojourn Grace. Did we do that already?
We did that already.
Okay.
It's time to move on.
So now, so one of the things that we like to try to do now here through our virtual servicing is try to include more people that are a part of our community into our gatherings. And so here we're going to attempt to bring on Nico, and let's see if this works. I'm going to push this button, and hopefully
Technology
Nico
is fun. Hi,
will
Nico!
show up. Hello, Nico.
Hey guys.
Yay!
So glad that you're here. Oh, we need to remove our names now. We don't need to be on the screen anymore. Goodbye, Kate. Goodbye, Colby. Nico, thanks for joining us this morning and leading us in this call to worship. And so if you're watching this in a minute here, you're going to see on the screen a leader portion, and Nico's going to be our leader. He'll read that out. And then Kate and I will join with you at home reading the all portion. And this will be just a chance for us to ground ourselves for a moment, center, sort of bring our attention and our focus here to this space. In fact, maybe we just take a deep breath in just before we get going. Deep breath in and out. And now, Nico, if you will lead us, we will follow.
We are here now, in this moment. Today is a gift. May we receive it as best we can.
Thank you, God, for life and breath.
We are here now. That is remarkable, because life can be hard and full of struggle.
Thank you, love, for holding all things together.
We are here now, vulnerable and open, trusting that somehow all will be well.
Thank you, Mother, for protection and strength.
We are here now, hoping to feel what is real and true, that we are beloved children of God.
Thank you, Father, for nurture and embrace.
We are here now, siblings of the divine, a community together, never alone, connected by grace and sustained by kindness.
Thank you, community around me, for inviting me to shed fear, leave shame behind, and join you in the dance of love. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Nico.
Thank you, Nico. It's good to have you here today.
Yes, be well.
Thanks, guys.
All right, and now we're going to bring up the full crew. It's been a few weeks of not full crew.
They're back!
But they're here now. So thank you, Matthew and Karen and Ben. And you can, as always, go to sojourngrace.com/virtual to get lyrics for the songs today if you want to sing along at home and or just know what are the songs we're doing today. So thanks for joining us, everybody.
I so much love that we get to bring other people into the thing now. We give Colby all kinds of crap for the depths to which he goes to make this thing like look and feel the way it does. But at the end of the day, at the beginning of the service rather, like I freaking love it. So thank you for making that happen for us. It's just so nice. So here's that song we learned last week together. We're gonna sing it again.
There it is.
Gate, I'll always greet you. At my door, you're welcome in. There can be no transgression as a means to an end. On the wind, the wolves are howling. Open arms are closed in fear. Helping hands are clenched in anger, broken hearts beyond repair. Everything's so great, can't get better. It makes me wanna cry. And I'll go out howling at the moon tonight. She stands so tall and mighty, with her keen and watchful eye, the heart of a mother, holding out her guiding light. It's a hard road to travel, solid rock from end to end. But the sun, it rises on her brow, it's upon the great expanse. Everything's so great, you can't get better. It makes me wanna cry. I'll go out howling at the moon tonight. Yeah. There she stands so tall and mighty, her gaze facing the east. At her back our doors are closing as we grin and bare our teeth. On the wind the wolves are howling, she cries they're drawing near. Turn around my darling, oh, the wolves are here. Everything's so great, can't get better. It makes me wanna cry. And I'll go out howling at the moon tonight. Everything's so great, can't get better. It makes me wanna cry. And I'll go out howling at the moon tonight. Yeah.
Hi.
Us again.
Not me yet.
What's this
Oh,
part?
there I am.
What's this part of the service?
This part of the
Pastor
service
Kate?
is called collective conversation.
What is that?
It's me in cloudy rain. I don't know. I'm
that's,
just
no,
happy.
that's true. That was authentic.
Huh?
I can
I
feel
don't
it.
do inauthentic. So, okay, collective conversation is where we pull these random cards out of a box. Don't know what they're gonna say. Ask the question, and then we can all connect in the comments with one
Yeah.
another. And it's been my new favorite part of
Yeah.
our service.
So we see
getting
your comments
to-
here, and we respond. Come on, focus.
That's
Oh,
what
you just have to
happens.
trust me.
All right.
I don't have a blurry iPhone. I got the blurry edition.
Just pull the card out. Here's what it says. Which band or artist, dead or alive, I always appreciate that caveat, would play at your funeral? Ooh, I love this question.
Okay, which would play, or which would you like to play?
Just said would.
That
That's it.
changes it for me.
Which band or artist, dead or alive, would play at your funeral? It changes it for you because something would happen against your will?
For me, if it was like which band would play, it would be like, the ones that know you and would want to honor your death. And that may not be the ones you want to have played. It's just the ones that would do it. Maybe the ones that are available.
It's funny, that doesn't even show up in my being as an option. Like what I want
this
to have
question?
happen is happening.
Okay. I like that then. Let's do the question that way. Which one would you, who would you like
It's
to?
the same question either way. Okay,
I kind of
whatever.
want
I'm
a
not gonna
dead
argue
band to
with you.
play at my funeral, because that would just be pretty odd. We'd all
Band
be
or
dead.
artist?
Dead fest.
I mean,
What do we got? Irma Jean says Il Divo. Are they still making music, or are they in the dead
I
category?
forgot they existed.
Kirk Franklin and Toby Mac. So Rochelle wants a party.
Nice. I like it.
Uh,
Whoa.
Matthew Blake, Over the Rhine.
Oh, Over the Rhine would be amazing.
Tito wants Adele. That would be an epic funeral.
What did you say, Matthew? Oh, Susan said Melissa,
Melissa
Etheridge,
Etheridge.
and Matthew's getting very excited about it.
We-
Sweet. He's like, I'll be at your funeral.
We've got U2 from Patty Pitts. We've got Stevie Ray from
Evanescence.
Alyssa. Stevie Ray, that's a good, solid option.
Jesse said Evanescence.
Who's
Favorite
that?
band in high school. It seems pretty fitting. I agree.
Is it Evanescence
Aw.
or first name Evan, last name Essence?
Colby.
Is it one artist?
Mercy Morgan said Wide Open Commons. That's these guys. Matthew, Karen, Ben.
I want the original cast of Rent, please.
Stephen, who or what is that you just put on the screen?
Westmeath?
What is that, Stephen?
Westmeath.
Give us more information.
With a colon, Westmeath colon.
I also don't know who Ashley Cleveland is. The Chicks! Hi, Francesca.
Wesley, people who made Narnian music. Oh, that'd be
Oh!
fun. Okay, what band?
I love that.
Who would play at my funeral?
I love this question so much that I can't answer it. It's making me all fluster.
I think I gotta stop and think about what sort of vibe do I want at my funeral. Do I want?
Oh my god, I'm dying!
What are you dying at?
Who wrote that, Karen? Oh my god, Kevin, I love you. Okay, no joke, Kevin. No joke. Yesterday afternoon,
around, Kevin.
I spent my afternoon watching that movie, A Walk to Remember. Yep, sure did.
Did you really?
And the whole scene when she's walking around on stage and she's like, I lift my hands and pray. I was doing it with her. I was like, pray to be only yours. I pray.
The rest of you can go home. We've got music covered
It
today.
was wonderful. Okay, anyway, that happened yesterday, so I can't believe that you just put that on there.
That's really
Anyway.
fun.
More people want Wide Open Commons at their funeral.
Wow, you guys have some gigs locked in. You should get them under contracts. Get them under contract. Do half like they get the deposit
Yeah,
now.
they have to outlive you for that to happen.
Hey, it's a non-refundable deposit.
Please stay alive, Karen says.
But I want to go back to me for a second. I'm trying to figure out what sort of vibe I want at my funeral. Do I want like positive, love, happy, fun times? Then I want like a Jason Mraz sort of thing at my funeral. But if I want people to really miss me and to be sad about my absence, I don't know who I'd pick. But I just got to decide what sort of vibe I want.
You guys,
I think people
this
say I
question
want it
is
to be
my
a party and
favorite.
celebrate. But I don't know that that's true for everybody. Some people want no. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Oh, that's a good song to have at your
Thank
funeral.
you.
Who does that one?
I want Anna Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick.
I want Anna
That's an
Kendrick.
artist.
Period. End of sentence. At my funeral. New sentence. Too much? Not enough? I'm fine. I hope you're all fine.
I love that church. Okay. Anyway.
Please don't splice that out and just loop that.
For the record, I
Anyone
also
else?
want Anna Kendrick. Period.
Yeah, that's why I
So-
felt safe saying it. So
You guys, these
Any other
answers
ones?
are so great.
Los Angeles Azules.
Lilia,
Vicky, who's that?
Lilia just wants Dead Man's Party to play on repeat, which I find hilarious.
Dead Man's Party.
This is amazing.
I don't know what that is, but I sang it to Dead Man Walking.
It's funny because we have these crazy, hilarious, awkward moments, and then there's a delay, so now they're reacting to the crazy, awkward moments. But
That's-
anyway.
that's- you're welcome, everybody.
Man is perfect. Man nailed it.
Someone give me a mic to drop for Nan.
Matthew and Ben and Karen are dying at Nan's comment. Colby will have himself recorded for his funeral.
Dearly beloved,
Mic drop.
I'm sure you wonder why we're all gathered here today.
Oh, of course Vicky said that. We'll keep everybody dancing and happy, celebrating Lig Life or Big Life? Huh? Oh, okay. Maybe Lig Life is a fun thing, like a I
Hashtag
don't
Live
know.
Life.
Oh, Katie, hi,
You
Katie
only
Roll.
live
I
one
miss
life.
you.
Katie Roll?
I haven't seen your name in a long time.
is up,
Oh, and
Katie
you know
Roll?
why well, I don't know if that's why she's on here. That's not what I meant to say. But Laura Shepard said, you know who actually does perform at funerals and who I would totally love to sing at mine? Katie Roll. That's fun. And then Katie Roll is on here saying,
Hi, Katie
oh,
Roll.
I'm so
You got
there,
a gig.
Laura. Okay, anyway. Colby, have you heard Dead Man's Party before? Me neither. Maybe you made it. I don't know.
Unfamiliar.
Okay, this is fun. We should move on to the next
Next question.
It's just that one was,
That was a fun one.
that was a good one.
We got some miles out of
I
that.
never answered it, but that's because I'm having a real hard time deciding. Okay, I'll get back to you in like a week.
Next question.
This is a weird one. I don't know what's going to happen with this, you guys. Anything could happen. Brag to me, which just starting a question that way is
Easy.
weird.
Done.
Colby's like, yes.
That's the end of the question.
Brag to me about the best. Oh, it's getting even better for you, baby. Brag to me about the best things going on in the past 30 days. That doesn't,
This reminds me of the old gong hits we used to do in person.
Oh, yeah, let's make it more that.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, gong hits is a church element activity, part of the service we used to do back in the day in person. It all started with our son's gymnastics class, where we noticed that every time a kid learned a new gymnastics move, is that what you call it?
Nailed it.
Cool.
Gymnastics
They
move.
would run over and hit a gong, and then the whole gym would stop in their tracks, no matter what they were doing in the moment, and they would go, "What did you do?" So we started ringing a dong at church, and everybody would go, "Ringing a dong?"
This is going really well.
So if this is your first time joining us, ring your dong. You
Oh my God! Hashtag ring your dong.
figured out everything you need to know about Sojourn in the first 10 minutes. It doesn't get any different,
Can't
better, or
breathe.
worse
I'm
than
not going to
this.
be able to keep going with this service.
They would hit
I'm
the
crying.
gong, and the whole gym would say, "What would you do?" And the little kid would shout out what they finally accomplished, and everybody would applaud them.
Why did that come out
And
of my
so we
mouth?
started to do that practice at
I
Sojourn.
did not mean to say that.
And we understand, and it was good. We're gonna cut that clip out and put
No,
that
we're
on loop.
not. Oh, you mean like make it a, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you meant to edit it, but you meant to
tell us-
highlight it.
So ring your own gong at home and tell us about something you did that you're proud
Ring
of.
your dong at home. Now, go.
The screen says this is going really well. I think Karen's editorializing over there.
Yeah, Karen,
okay, has
Karen
anybody,
gets to type
does anybody
whatever
have
she
something to
wants.
brag
up there.
about?
Hashtag ring your dong.
Vicky's been painting. Vicky,
Oh.
I love hearing that you are getting into your creative roots in that way. Yes. Thank you.
I'm sorry, you guys. I haven't recovered yet from ringing my dong.
Okay, I'm just going to keep saying it.
Francesca played it before she landed in the hospital.
Mike said Anna Kendrick remixing Ringing Your Dong.
Wow, that is bringing it all together.
Patrick walks in. What happened? Me. Kate just said Ringing Your Dong is so true.
We can recover from this.
Is
Yes.
it possible?
Okay, something that's going really well in the last 30 days for you. Just
Not
What
this.
is? No, this is. I disagree. It does take a little bit of thinking through, doesn't it? It's going well.
Jazz got a new car, a convertible, which is so her
Jazz,
amazing.
I
We
saw the
love
photos
your
of
car.
that
We've been freaking out about
Very
your car.
happy about it for you.
Your new car was one of those things where we walked from separate rooms in the house to the same room to say, "Did you see Jazz's
Yeah.
car?"
Yeah.
Very exciting for you. And Ben and Karen also got a new car. We added that.
Hey, I'll brag about something that's going well in the last 30 days. So I wrote a book 4 years ago called Unclobber, Rethinking Our Misuse of the Bible and Homosexuality. And in the last month, it's sort of had this resurgence of excitement and energy. And so it's been fun to just be able to connect with a whole lot more people on that in the last couple weeks. So that's been super fun. The Spanish edition of Unclobber is supposed to come out next month. So 30 days from now, I'll have something else to brag about. Because that's one of the top 2 questions that have been asked for the last 4 years is there a Spanish translation? And I've always had to say no.
Yeah,
But
that's
soon I can
been
start
sad
to
to
say
say
yes.
no, so now we can say
That's
yes.
super
Yeah.
exciting.
Yes,
What about you?
a lot of cool things
Do you
have
want to
been
brag about
happening with
anything?
Unclobber.
Or do you want to just check in to see what people are saying?
I mean, I don't have much more to say
Are people just on the dong?
this
That
morning
just-
because where do you go from? I can't breathe, and my eyes literally won't stop watering. They're just streaming. Okay, I'm all right. Why was that
You can
even?
just go to music.
Why was that
We'll
even
let them deal with
in my
the
head
energy
to
here.
come out of my mouth? Anyway. Oh, Jesse said telling my story last week. Last
that
week,
was
Jesse
so
was here and
lovely.
shared his story, and if you missed that, you'll want to go and watch the replay of that. Oh, Katie Roll said, I've had a sleeping disorder for years and finally got on real legit sleeping pills, and now I'm sleeping like a normal human.
That
I'm awake like a normal
has
human.
to be amazing.
So that's me
feeling.
ringing my dong, she says.
Wow.
That is massive. That is massive. Julie Porter got asked to write an endorsement for a book. That is so cool. That's a great feeling when someone asks you to endorse their art. That's the best.
Great.
Patrick and Katie celebrated their 10th anniversary.
You
Happy
did, didn't
anniversary.
you? Happy anniversary. Year 10. What is year 10? Silver? Diamond?
Oh, Kevin started
Copper?
the Sojourn
Paper?
virtual small group with Lisa Lair, and he says thank you and that it's awesome.
Yes.
So
I'm
that's
so
amazing.
glad. Thursday night
Yay.
contemplative group with Lisa.
That is great. Okay. I think that we'll let that be the last ringing of the gong, and we'll go to be.
Thanks for collectively conversing with us. We do a version of this every Sunday.
It doesn't
Can't
usually go
guarantee
like
it'll
this,
always be
but
like that. But that was special.
thanks for loving me as I am.
Oh, so just so you know, the band's gonna do a song here, and then Kate and I are gonna come back. And what this morning is gonna be is a series of customized meditations for each type on the Enneagram as it relates to the context of the
Wait, are we
stress
introducing that
during
right
the
now?
election season. No, I just wanted
Oh,
to know what was coming.
okay.
Sometimes we do that. Let them know what's coming. We haven't done that yet.
Go.
Did I steal
Awesome.
some of your thunder?
Nope, no thunder. I don't have any thunder left to be stolen. Oh, sorry. Turn.
Don't cry, you're mine for forever, for forever. I need you now more than ever, more than ever. Head full of lights in my eyes, you make it easy. Don't look away, these are the days you gotta believe me. When we're lost in a desert night and we're chasing a paradise, when we can't fight another fight, we're gonna make it. You're my away, 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 my away, away, away.
This life is made for each other, for each other. Cross lines, mistakes. There's no other, there's no other. Head full of lights in my eyes. You make it easy. Nowhere to go, I'm already home. You gotta believe me. When we're lost in a desert night and we're chasing our paradise, when we can't fight another fight, we're gonna make it. My away, 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 son. 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 As I roll through the wasteland, you're the one thing I need. I see you off in the distance. You're my oasis, my away, away, oasis, my away, away, oasis. When we're lost in the desert night and we're chasing our paradise, when we can't fight another fight, we're gonna make it, make it, make it, make it. Lost in the desert night and we're chasing our paradise, when we can't fight another fight, we're gonna make it. My away, away, oasis, my away, away, oasis, my away, away, oasis, my away, away, oasis.
Weird hook, didn't we?
It wasn't I didn't load it, so.
Oh, good. Here we are. Got lots of black under my eyes from laugh crying. Hi. Okay, so this morning, this week, Kolb and I were talking a lot about the stress of election season, and particularly this election season, 2020. I remember in 2016 how stressful that was, and thinking, oh my God, in 4 years it's going to be horrendous. And I just kept thinking 2020 is going to be the worst. And now here we are, and I had no idea back then when I thought that not only would it be a horrible election season, but we'd be doing it all in pandemic. So yay, fun. But anyway, we're talking about the stress that we're all going through right now in this season. Can't escape it. And we were like, what could we do together as a church to just address that stress? And one of the best tools that our church community has latched onto in the last few years for dealing with stress, when I think of stress, actually, I think of the Enneagram. And before I lose you who don't do the Enneagram, stay, because all the Enneagram is a way of naming 9 different parts of what it is like to be human and interact with the world, the 9 most distinct parts of being human, the things that shimmer and shine and stand out about walking around on this earth human. And even if you don't know your type, it doesn't matter, because every single human actually inhabits all 9 types, feels and experiences the world through all 9 types. And so today, as we work through each of the types, you don't have to know what your type is, because when we say that you are a type, all we mean is that you are dominant in that area, that part of being human stands out to you more than other parts. But you still experience the world through all 9 experiences of being human. So, we're going to use the Enneagram to address the stress of this season, this election season. We wrote just these brief meditations, kind of just naming for each Enneagram type what it is to experience the world through that particular lens. What's good about it? It's important to name that first and always, and to sit in that. But what can trip us up in that, when our focus is that? What can trip us up there? What's the risk? What might we lose when we're too focused on that part of being human, right? And then we just want to take some space to stop and say, okay, in that dominant part of being human, of what it means to be human, what might be the invitation right now in this season as we face election and going through it in pandemic? We're all so stressed out right now. Even those of us who, I don't know, I think the least stressed out person on earth right now is still really high stress, right? So we're all going through it, and so let's just go through it together. So we'll go through, like I said, each type, and I just invite each and every one of you to focus in on each one. Don't wait for your type to come up.
Right.
Yeah, do you want to speak to that?
Well, yeah, because we talk about often that, though you're dominant in one, you still contain the other 8 within you. And so there are parts even of you that will show up in each of these meditations, because we all have the same needs. These are just the 9 needs that all humans share. Mm-hmm. And so I love that you said, don't wait for your type. Like, just pay attention to each one, because there might be one this morning that hits you sort of more in the gut or in the head or in the heart than you might have seen coming. So hopefully,
don't resist that. There's a reason why you sometimes feel like maybe I'm actually that number, because we're all the whole thing. So lean into whatever speaks to you today, and of course, we all have other humans in our lives as well. So you have all these types in your life, and so it can speak to you about your relationships as well, and help you love others and understand others. So.
And then the last note of housekeeping, and Ben, if you can listen to this, we do have music track under each one, but would you let us know in the comment section if the music track is blowing out me and Kate and you can't hear us, then we'll turn it down.
It's going over the top of our voices.
We don't necessarily know that until you tell us. So shall we begin?
Yes.
And so we're going to do 3 types at a time. So we'll do 3 types now, then it's song by the band, 3 more types, song, 3 more types, song.
And hopefully this just helps us prepare in the next, how long do we have left till November 3rd? I don't know. Hopefully it just
9,
helps
10
us
days.
Go from today a little bit more grounded, a little bit more centered, with a focus. The whole thing about our Enneagram is it's where we put our focus. And so growth is just taking your focus and kind of shifting it just a little bit.
Love
So
that.
hopefully today we can just shift our focus just a little bit.
All right. I'm going to begin now then with type 2. And this will be the first type that we use. And as you can see there on the screen, that's the structure that Kate alluded to just a minute ago. With each meditation, we're going to name the dominant need for that type. And then we're going to name what the risk is, though, sometimes in pursuing that need. And then we have a series of statements that invite you to consider, invite you to do. May you this, may you that. These are the invitations. And then specifically, some things to think about for the election moment with a tangible action item that if you want to take and do, it's there for you. So why don't you do this? Take a deep breath in with me. Let it out. So for type 2, those strong in type 2 are motivated by a need to be needed. And this is good. It is good to be one in whom others can trust and rely on and can turn to. It is good to be known as a helper and a giver. And yet the risk is that you might fail to care for yourself. You might give and help, all as a way to avoid sitting alone with yourself long enough to see yourself. You might not know who you are apart from others. For in your longing for deep connection, which is good, you also might mistakenly find your identity in the relationship instead of in the pure essence of your own beautiful, fully loved self. And so may you love without condition. May you love without expecting anything in return. May you give unto others solely for the joy of giving. May you let go of the trap of wanting to be liked by everyone. May you trust that you, as you, all alone, are enough and are worthy. May you practice being your own best friend, caring for yourself at least as well as you do for others. May you see your desire to meet others' needs as a beautiful gift. And then occasionally, give that gift to yourself. In this election moment, may you accept that you cannot help everyone. You cannot meet all the needs all the time. And that is okay. You are okay. You are still good, even if there are those that think otherwise. And when you feel the weight of the problems of the world on your shoulder, may you harness all that abstract drive to help others into one or two specific people. Show up for them, provide just for their needs, and in so doing, may your specific act of love have a universal echo. Amen.
All right, Enneagram Type 3. The need. Those dominant in Type 3 are motivated by a need to succeed, and this is good. It is good to bring your best to everything you do and to delight in making everything better around you. It is good to seek high quality and to introduce the rest of us to the highest quality products that can be found on the internet. It is good to bring the best attitude, the best mood, the best spirit, and the best outfit. It is good to be and do your best. But the risk is that you might miss out on actually being seen for who you are inside. We might get so distracted by the incredible production that wows us and miss your mushy, gushy heart. we are. Just went everywhere. Sorry. And what truly makes you tick. We might miss the chance to love you if you're always at your best. We might miss the chance to love you if you're always at your best. How can we help you or come alongside you if you've always got this? You might be so busy bringing your best that you miss the chance to connect and be with the world around you, and mostly with the world inside you. So may you play and rest and be. Push past the boredom or the questioning the use of it and just play. You might still have the urge to be the best at playing, and that's okay. Use your power. Be the best at play and lightheartedness. Lean into your ability to see the best in others and situations. May you let your guard down just a little. May you let others see your faults. Grow to see mistakes as casual, silly things that are hardly worth mentioning. But mention them. Practice saying oops a lot, for mentioning your vulnerability is how you'll grow to accept it rather than fear it. May you prioritize connection over performing. May you affirm all that is good in you and let others name it for you. In this election moment, may you harness your gifting at relationship. You are truly the best at this. When others gravitate toward you, as they will, welcome them in with warmth. May you be the best landing place for grieving hearts and raging minds. May you find connection and belonging through shared experience. Lean into your besting when it comes to bringing others joy. Lavish love and affection and attention. We all need that 3 kind of love and light right now. Bring us your best affection. And let us see that you need it too, that you need that love and attention and affection. And in so doing, may your specific act of love have a universal echo.
And then finally in this section, Enneagram Type 4. When it comes to Type 4, their primary, or you might say dominant need, is that they're motivated to be special. They have a need to be special, to be different. I apologize here, our system seems frozen. Just give me a minute and hopefully it will come back online. Let's try this. Those strong in Type 4 are motivated by a need to be special. And this is good. It is good to be unique and different, to be fully and wholly you, because you are the only one there is. It's good to want to stand out and be noticed, because you are worth noticing. You are. But the risk, well, the risk is you might never feel whole. You might be so committed to the task of being different and being unique that you end up convincing yourself that no one will ever understand you. And so you might feel more lonely than you actually are. For in your longing to be seen and understood as someone unlike anyone else, you might mistakenly find your identity in what sets you apart from others, instead of that which you share with all humanity, and that is the pure essence of your own beautiful, fully loved self. And so may you love the everyday and the ordinary. May you love the boring and the unexceptional. May you point out the beauty all around you, for you see it more clearly than anyone else. May you celebrate your uniqueness, not curse it for how it makes you stand out. May you trust that you, as you, regardless of your quirks and your gifts, are enough and are worthy. May you see that life need not be all or nothing, that it can sometimes be a plain old mix of some things. And may you see your desire to be special as a beautiful gift, and help others see how special they are too. And type 4s, in this election moment, may you not despair that the world is less beautiful than you know that it could be, for the truth is, you are right. It is messed up. It is broken. It is unjust. And also, at the same time, it is brimming with beauty and wonder and goodness, which you know in your bones more than anyone else. But your idealism can sometimes rob you of what is here and now. So when you feel the weight of the sorrow of the world on your shoulders, may you harness that energy into creating something beautiful. Write it for us. Draw, paint, sing a song, dance a dance. Show us just how good it can be, how good we can be. And in so doing, may your specific act of love have a universal echo. Amen.
Because it's so disorienting when it loses other iPhone so that I can look at my own.
We're together in this. Sure, we've got our own politics.
Type 5. I'm not sure what happened, sorry.
Sorry, guys.
I'm getting
Coming.
there.
Technology is fun, isn't it?
Come on, go to Enneagram Type 5. We
Sorry,
use this
that's
teleprompter so we can look
our
more
sweet
directly into the
fives.
camera, but it does have a few kinks sometimes. Where is it? Where are you, fives?
I mean, I just saw it. You're
Did I pass
scrolling
it?
past it.
Oh,
yeah.
no. I'm sorry.
Oh, good.
There was a vibe and a mood. As a Type 3, I'm going to name that I've made a mistake here.
Are you saying oops?
Oops.
Oops.
All right.
Hey, we'll try this.
Try this.
We'll try meditating on type 5s. Hey! So for those dominant in type 5, motivated by the need to perceive or understand. This is good. It is good to observe the world happening in and around you. It is so good to be slow to respond, to process every thought like you chew every bite of food. It is good to be measured and insightful. It is good to go inward and travel the worlds that exist inside your own being. It is good to be mindful and good stewards of your thought life. But the risk is that you might dive so deep into your consciousness that the rest of us wonder where you're at. When we try to reach you, you might feel unreachable. You might expend so much energy for your own traveling mind that there's little left for connection, play, and mystery. And so may you allow others to know where you're at. Share with others what you found in all that inward time you spent. May you enjoy the observations you make. Get a kick out of it. May you be in the natural world without learning about it, just enjoying it. May you love the ideas of others as much as your own. And may you use your curiosity in relationship building. In this election season, there's so much we don't know. And maybe now is the perfect time to practice making peace with that. Maybe you can't actually make sense of this particular moment. Maybe there isn't any amount of facts and knowledge that will actually guide us through this one. Not wholly. Maybe fiction and wonder and mystery and play can be your world to discover and explore right now. And relationship, too. How much can you know about another person? Can you carve out space in your inner world for just one other? Gather, collect, observe, and share. Practice connecting with others in shared unknowing. Your skill at introspection is unmatched, and we could all use a little of your expertise in that right now. Come out of your cave for just a bit so we can walk this unknown together. And in so doing, may your specific act of love have a universal echo.
Enneagram Type 6. So those who are strong in Type 6 are motivated by a need to be secure. And this is good. It is good to be free from worry and fear, to protect both yourself and those you love from harm. It is good to hold fast to what is stable, sacred, and strong. But the risk, well, the risk is that you might miss out on life's gifts. You might be so worried about what you could lose that you miss out on what you can gain. You might feel like you don't have what it takes, that you're not smart enough or good enough to figure it out on your own. For in your longing to be secure, you might mistakenly find your identity in the structures or the authority figures around you, instead of trusting that inside you is a pure essence of love, unable to be touched by anyone or anything. And so may you love the wild, the free, and the untamed. May you love dangerously and recklessly, even though it may not always work out. May you show us how to be less anxious, because you understand that better than anyone. May you welcome the unexpected moments that knock you off your routine. May you trust that you are worth listening to. You don't have to doubt yourself all the time, because you are enough. And may you practice breaking the rules every once in a while, just to remember the taste of freedom. And finally, may you see your desire for security as a beautiful gift. For without you, our families, our communities would be blobs of unstable chaos. In this election moment, may you not despair when everything feels out of control. For control is and always will be an illusion anyway. In a world of constant change, may you be our constant. May you be our rocks, our north stars, the things that stabilize our shaky knees. And when you spin out for fear of where the country is going or what the economy is doing or how the healthcare system is failing, and what will we all be? Where will we all be? Who will we all be 10 years from now? May you harness all that frenetic energy into your greatest strength, which is your courage. Tell 1, 2, 10 people that it's going to be okay, that we're going to be okay. Because when you say it, we believe it. And in so doing, may your specific act of love have a universal echo.
Sweet sevens. Those dominant in type 7 are motivated by the need to be happy, to avoid pain. And this is good. It is good to avoid being taken over by despair. It is good to seek joy in every little moment. It is good to fill your life with excitement and wonder and pleasure. It is good to experience the world through the sensing of pleasure. But the risk is that you might miss out on half of the beauty offered to you by this complicated world. All of the pleasure seeking might lead to despair, the very thing that you dread. You might avoid sorrow so much that a cup inside of you sits empty and longing and neglected. You might find that the thing you seek so desperately evades you till your life feels like one long wild goose chase. And so may you seek the joy that comes from wholeness, from allowing all of ourselves to sit at the table. Seek the pleasure and relief and good feelings that come from venting our sadness. The pleasure that comes from crying. Carve out space for yourself to grieve. Learn to sit in the sorrow of others without escaping. See your joy seeking as the gift that it is and use it to beautify the world around you. May you enrich the lives of those you love with things that make them happy. Lighten their load with your infectious joy. And may you avoid robbing yourself of good things in the name of balance. If balance is the point, then don't take away from pleasure seeking. Just add to it with sadness as well, even in the exact same moment. And in this election moment, we need the life of the party now more than ever. Don't shy away from making this time fun and bringing pleasure to the table. Adorn the quarantine space and the election space and the workspace with beauty and good food and drink and happy music. And then, when you see that things are going downhill and everyone is moving toward despair, resist that urge to shift things away from sorrow and instead join in. Take sorrow by the hand and let all that bubbling positivity make friends with the despair around you. Allow them to talk it out. Find and name the benefits in grief. Practice not arguing or speaking over the top of sadness. You are a space creator like no other. Harness those skills in making space for the yin and the yang, and then walk us all towards your focus on the light. And in so doing, may your specific act of love have a universal echo. Amen.
Watch over us. Watch over us. My hands are tied. My strength is gone. Mama, your baby shrouded in sorrow. You've had your time, but who has tomorrow? So watch over us. Watch over us. Don't need no crown, don't need no glory. You had your life. That ain't my story. Sometimes I'm level to the ground, but my baby's sleeping in peace. So watch over us, watch over us. Sing, watch over us, watch over us.
We're having fun with technology today. What are we on? Ones, type ones. Hi, sweet ones. Settle in. Settle in. All right. Those strong in type 1 are motivated by a need to be right. And this is good. It's good to be honest and true, fair, and intentional. It is so good to be full of integrity to walk in the truth of your values. And the picture that you see in your head, better than anyone else on earth, of what it could look like if we all just took this more seriously. It is good to seek what is right and to walk in what is true. But the risk is that you might miss out on some of the growth and the beauty and the truth that comes to us only in the thick of our blunders and our messy and our relationships where we struggle and fall apart and come back together. You might spend so much time reforming yourself and others and the world around you that you miss what's already good right in front of you, especially connection and beauty. In your exhausting attempts at perfection, you might miss the paradox of perfection, that what's perfect in you and in the world sits at the core of who we are, already there, waiting for us to get quiet and to do nothing. No striving is needed for true perfection, which is simply love. And so may you allow yourself to fall apart a little bit every now and then. May you let yourself off the hook. May you write yourself forgiveness letters, affirming that your mistakes didn't actually end the world. May you lean into your natural bent toward honesty and share with others honestly how difficult it is to see the world through your particular lens. May you let some things go, just a few little things. May you practice letting others make their own mistakes, trusting that those mistakes will eventually lead to growth. May you practice trusting that unraveling is actually part of reforming. Things get better after they fall apart. And in this election moment, may you allow space to be enraged at the state of the world. You get to have that space, and we need it from you. May you use your love of list making to make a list of all the ways that we are actually better off as a society than we used to be. Make a progress list, and may you meditate on progress. Allow yourself to appreciate it, to appreciate what is. May you step into careful arguments with just the few people that you know might actually be open to change. And may you harness all of that incredible ability to see what could and should be by casting a vision for us. Spread your meticulous view of things like wildfire. Help us see what we don't see. And in so doing, may your specific act of love have a universal echo.
Enneagram Type 8s. For Type 8s, the need is this. Those strong in Type 8 are motivated by a need to be against. And this is good. It is good to be independent and strong and not controlled by outside people and forces. It's good to resist what is fake and to fight what is wrong. But there's a risk. And the risk is that you might miss the ways that people love you and are for you. You might be so convinced that everything is out to get you that your defenses become your cages. You might feel like you're the only one who can do it, which is tiring and lonely. You might push so hard against fakeness and facades that you accidentally push the people instead. For in your longing to not be controlled, you might mistakenly find your identity in what you're against, rather than dropping your guard long enough to settle into the pure essence of love that sits at the core of who you are. And so may you love without reservation, not requiring that someone earn it first. May you love those who push you and let them love you in return. May you show us how to be confident and bold because you embody that better than anyone. May you welcome the chance to apologize and admit when you're wrong. May you trust that while you know a lot, you may not know everything. May you practice letting others have their way, even occasionally telling them that they're right. And may you see your desire to be against as a beautiful gift, for the world is better off when you lead the charge against oppression and injustice. And in this election moment, may you take breaks from the onslaught of news that constantly raises your blood pressure. There's so much to be angry about. You're not wrong. And yet being in a constant state of rage and aggression isn't good for you or those around you. May you harness your passion and strength and lead us in the fights against injustice. And when you feel like everyone is doing it wrong, when you feel everything is effed up, may you pick one or two people that you know are fighting the good fight and cheer them on. Because when you tell someone they're on the right path, it lands with surprising authority. And in so doing, may your specific act of love have a universal echo.
All right, precious nines. Those dominant in type 9 are motivated by the need to avoid conflict. And this is good. It is good to seek calm. It is good to prioritize oneness. It is good to focus on all of the ways that we are connected and to elevate our sameness over our differences. It is good to love harmony. The risk is that we might miss out on knowing where we took a wrong turn. We might miss out on knowing where we took a wrong turn because you saw it and didn't speak up. You might bubble over inside with all the understanding that you hold yet are too scared to share. You might miss the opportunity to make true peace because you couldn't step into the discord at all. In avoiding the conflict, you might actually internalize the disconnection and live at odds with yourself. And so may you practice giving voice to the bubbling conflict inside. Practice deciding for the group where to have dinner and what will be on the TV. Carve out time to do what you want for your own pleasure and your own growth. Share out loud how you see it differently. Trust that adding your voice to the noise won't actually make the world collapse. Trust that your unique way of being in the world is a navigation device that we all need. You're our North Star. May you trust yourself to step into that role. May you practice shaky voice speaking, saying what you're afraid to say. And in this election moment, your prioritizing of oneness has the power to move us through the conflict. The way you see us all together, the way you see the gaps in our knowledge of each other that leave us missing each other, help us fill in those gaps. I know it's a lot to ask of you. We see you. Your opinions matter. Your views matter. Your heart matters. Your shaky, nervous, avoiding self matters. And you know what? You deserve to ask that we all do this conflict thing well. Demand it of us. It is a fair expectation that we fight fair. You are reasonable to expect this of us. Model for us the peaceful way of moving through conflict, saying what needs to be said in love. And in so doing, May your specific act of love have a universal echo. Amen.
I feel very alone. Oh, good. That's better.
Hey, don't write yourself off yet. It's only in your head you feel left out or looked down on. Just try your best, try everything you can. Don't you worry what they tell themselves when you're away. It just takes some time, little girl, you're in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright, alright. Hey, you know they're all the same. You know you're doing better on your own. So don't buy it. Live right now. Just be yourself. It doesn't matter if it's good enough for someone else. Just take some time, little girl, you're in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright, alright. It just takes some time, little girl, you're in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright, alright. Do your best, do everything you can. Don't worry what their bitter hearts are gonna say. You just take some time, you're in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright. It just takes some time, little girl, you're in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright, alright. It just takes some time, little girl, you're in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright, alright. It just takes some time, little girl, you're in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright.
Ooh, lots of love for that song.
Such a good cover. Jimmy World?
Yeah. Now's the time in our gathering where we would like to
Can you hang on a second?
hang on a second.
As we head into communion, we're going to stop and take a moment for prayer. So our sweet Francesca, who back when we had in-person service was our teacher for our school-age children, beloved Francesca, is over in England in the hospital right now with meningitis, in a lot of pain, really sick, and so glad that she's in the hospital and getting the care that she needs. And her mom flew over from the States, and but can't actually be in the hospital right now, of course, because of COVID. So we want to take a moment out of our service to intentionally stop and, we're not at Sojourn begging God to change an outcome of something, to control chess pieces, but we are taking a moment to concentrate energy and love efforts towards Francesca, that she might feel all of our care and concern and hope and strength for herself, that she might be able to latch on to that energy. We are taking a moment to come around her and use our wellness and health right now to help her feel the love of the divine in her being. So let's take a moment to do that this morning, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. If you have a candle that you like to light for prayer, just carve out some space for Francesca and her body right now that is needing. And we're going to send all of our strength and all of our love and all of our light and just make her feel surrounded in that right now, which I know and believe has an actual physical effect on her body. That's what we're doing. We're praying for wellness, we are, and we believe it for her. Take a deep breath in. Love that holds all things. We trust that Francesca is held by you right now in this moment. May she feel it in her bones. May she physically and tangibly be able to feel love and experience wholeness in this moment. We are with her, and we know you are too. Amen.
Love you, Francesca. Okay. Take what you have this morning as your bread, and we're going to be using an apple-flavored Nutrigrain bar.
Sweet.
Cinnamon apple even, so it's got a little bit of a...
Favorite.
A little bit of a
A little bit of a
And whatever you have this morning, and as always, we love to hear what you're using for your bread in your cup this morning. And as you take it today, you can see down there in the corner, it says Restoring Togetherness. And I just took this chunk out of this bar, and it reminds me that the piece actually doesn't exist without the whole, that it begins as a whole. And then the pieces, there's this illusion of brokenness when we do this. So the part of the act for me of taking the bread together, even virtually, is to remember that actually we are all parts of a whole. We are all together, even when we are apart. We are somehow all together. And I believe that. I do. I believe that thinking about each one of you and imagining you and bringing you to heart and mind is in one very real sense no different than if we were all in the same room together. I do. I believe that. And so I invite you to take your piece of whatever you're using today. Sorry, that's super crumbly. And just remember that we are...
So is life, man. Crumbly life.
That's true. Even in our apartness, we are together this morning. Take and receive.
Amen. Whatever you have to drink this morning, your water, your hot cocoa, your tea, coffee for us, we invite you to remember, to meditate on, to experience the fullness of life that is in you. You are full of life. And all that entails, every piece. We practice wholeness here at our church. And, over the years, the cup was presented to us in many different ways. And sometimes it was weird and creepy. But I actually appreciate coming back to the idea of it as blood, only in the sense that, to me, it's a reminder that gritty, messy, painful part of life is part of the whole thing. And we include it, and we know that we can find God and life and love in it. And so as you receive of your drink this morning, as you receive of the cup, remember that you are full of life, even in the sadness and the grief and the difficulty.
Amen. I almost cheers.
I know. No, why'd we do that? We both went to do it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And then the
Because we're full of life. That's
full of life.
I'll drink
The
to
band's going
that.
to come up, and I asked if we could close with the song that we opened with. So if you missed the opening, then this is a great song called The Wolves by a band called Mandolin Orange.
Such a good name.
Thank you, Matthew, for introducing this to us. So they're just going to sing this song with us and for us, and then we will close in our benediction. So hang tight. We'll see you back here in a minute.
The wolves are howling, open arms are closed in fear, helping hands are clenched in anger, broken hearts beyond repair. Everything's so great, can't get better, it makes me wanna cry, and I'll go out howling at the moon tonight. Yeah. She stands so tall and mighty, with her keen and watchful eye, and the heart of a mother, holding out her guiding light. It's a hard road to travel, solid rock from end to end, but the sun it rises on her brow and sets upon the great expanse. Everything's so great, can't get better, it makes me wanna cry, and I'll go out howling with the moon tonight. Yeah, she stands so tall and mighty, her gaze facing the east. At her back our doors are closing as we grin, bare our teeth. On the wing the wolves are howling, she cries they're drawing near. Turn around my darling, oh, the wolves are here. Everything's so great, can't get better, it makes me wanna cry, and I'll go out howling at the moon tonight. Everything's so great, can't get better, it makes me wanna cry, and I'll go out howling at the moon tonight.
Go howl at the moon. Howl. Ow, ow. Every week. Something.
We all do that, buddy.
Quick question. I was watching the stream on my phone. Were you guys also getting this kind of weird video glitch like every few frames or something? Did it look a little glitchy for you? Would you just let me know? Because these are the technical things that I am curious about. It just looked different to me. Anyway, thank you for sharing your communion elements today. So we had banana bread and milk from Laura. Stephen did oatmeal pumpkin chocolate chip cookies and coconut water. We had, I think my favorite might have caught, let's see, Jamie Donna Whitaker did goat cheese and organic Concord grape apple cider vinegar drink. Wow. But then the winner maybe goes to Francesca, in whom we just prayed for a minute ago. Her elements today were codeine and tea. So that's a first. That's a first. This is great. All right. Thank you so much for being with us this morning here. Yes, to respond to somebody's question, we will take those meditations. We'll chop them up into little video clips, and